walks where the snow whispers, soft and slow. Magelica in Moscow, a story untold. Eyes like sunrise over fields of gold. She bends the cold, the world unfolds from a
Hello, wonderful people! Welcome to our weekend vlogs, and of course, welcome back again here at Moscow. And today, since this past few days, I've been reading some questions from a group chat on various platforms. People are curious about living here in Russia, especially in Moscow. Common questions are: is it expensive to live here? Is it easy to find job? How about apartments? Are they expensive? Products, and for those who might want to study here, what's it's like be. Basically, in short, they wanted to know whether living here in the center or heart of Moscow is expensive. In this video, I will be answering some of that questions while we are walking to another park discovery here in Moscow. But before that, by the way, we are here now at Vorobyo Vigori, and actually it's now quite cold. Autumn season has been started as well, so before we start our walkings, we need some coffee first. This green space is really big, and on the downside, they have nature reserve area. We will see that later, but for now, we will go first to the place where we can see the stunning view of Moscow City. It's just so sad that my father-in-law isn't here today. He wasn't feeling well, so he couldn't join us for our walk. Aside from numerous cafe inside, they have also cable cars where you can try if you want to see the breathtaking panoramic view of Moscow, including Moscow River, Luzhniki Stadium, and Moscow State University, or as a convenient transportation connecting to Vorobyev Gori Station with Luzhniki Station. Capturing this very beautiful view is really amazing, and I'm truly delighted that every week I'm seeing new discoveries, and creating this channel is one of my exciting journey because even my Russian family hasn't visited some of the most notable places here in Moscow. Before, during weekends when I wasn't here, they spent their time at their country house. Now, routine has changed. They are also exploring beautiful locations here in Moscow as we create our vlogs here. You can really feel the vibe of autumn now because aside from the chilly weather, you can also notice some autumn-inspired designs or setup. And now, since we're not able to try the cable car, we will go to the main observation deck known as Sparrow Hills, Moscow's highest points offering panoramic view of the city with 85-meter platform. And on the other side, you can see the Moscow State University. We will take a brief walk to this university. This is the Russia's first university and one of the most prestigious university here. And going back to our topic today, first is education cost here in Moscow or Russia. Yes, it's true that tuition fee can be expensive for international students, and aside from that, you need first to learn the language because here, mostly schools using Russian language only. However, for Russian citizens, public education is free, including general and vocational programs. When it comes to higher education, especially at universities, admission is competitive and depends on exam scores and other achievements. I am deeply captivated by the landscape here, particularly the vibrant color of these flowers. However, I am saddened to think that soon these vivid hues will transform into shades of brown. By the way, this place is not just a university. Usually, it's also a tourist destination due to its iconic architectural significance, a masterpiece of Stalinist empire style with 240 meters tall, tallest building in Europe for many years. Looking these buildings makes me really feel amazed because I can't imagine that this is a university building, how big it is, the historical design, and we can't blame this on being one of the most expensive universities here in Moscow. Now that we've taken a brief tour of this university, we decided to return and explore the Vorobyovy Gory Nature Reserve. And going back, let's step over about work or job here in Moscow. Is it easy to look for a job? What are the in-demand jobs? Basically, as a foreigner, if you are seeking for an employment here in Moscow, to be honest, it's really challenging but possible, especially for highly skilled individuals or in a high-demand sectors like IT, finance, construction, oil and gas. While it's quite challenging, proficiency in Russian language significantly increases your chances. Knowing Russian is often essential, especially now that as many of the Western companies no longer operate in the country. It sounds be like hopeless to find a job here. I know learning the language is not fast and easy, but there are still job opportunities here that they don't require fluency in the language. But of course, knowing Russian can significantly boost your earning potential. When it comes to salary, Moscow are generally higher than in the rest of Russia, due to its position as the financial and business hub with a high concentration of industries and job opportunities. The downside of that is cost of living here significantly higher, particularly for real estate. Housing in Moscow is widely considered expensive. As of 2025, the median rent for one-bedroom apartment in central Moscow typically falls between 70,000 to 150,000 rubles, equivalent to approximately $834 to $1,787. You can also consider living in some area of Moscow region where apartments are often more affordable. And actually, it's quite bad news because buying a property in Russia now through a mortgage, it's not advisable as of the moment. The interest rates are now extremely high, around 25%, a sharp increase from just 8% in 2023. We have finally arrived at the botanical garden within this park. Moscow is surprisingly abundant in green spaces, even in its urban settings. This exceeds my expectations as I had imagined a city dominated by buildings. However, I was pleasantly surprised to find such a natural oasis in the heart of the city. As we continue walking, we reach the connected park, which is the Niskuchny Garden Park. This city, it's not just about historical architecture and exclusive locals. It's also offer a strong connection to nature. You don't need to venture far to experience a natural vibe. The numerous parks here make it easy to enjoy the outdoors without leaving the urban environment. Hearing of or despite the high cost of education for foreigners, expensive rental for apartments, good thing is the prices of products here are reasonable, especially for Russian brands. However, Western brands can be quite expensive due to sanctions. But as I've mentioned on my previous vlogs, everything is possible here, and based on my experience, Russian brands are good, particularly their cosmetics. One thing I noticed about their food here is that everything tastes light. And when it comes to healthcare, Russia's healthcare system is generally good. Hospitalization is free for Russian citizens, but foreigners usually need to purchase insurance. The cost of insurance varies depending on the category and type of visa. For those with a work visa, insurance tends to be more affordable compared for those with a private visa. So we step down from the botanical garden now. We will continue walking to find some places to have a quick bite. Since we've been walking like straight 2 hours already, this is one of the culture I learned here, and I think not only popular for Russian people, usually Europeans really loves walking. Can you imagine that we walked 3 connected parks today and we are now exactly at Park Gorkova? We will no longer explore or walk through the entire park since we have already visited and we have already vlogged on this park. Now we are just trying to find where we can eat. In this park, you can discover a river embankment. We're not able to see this before since it was under renovation. This performance, they called it Banchata, very popular especially during the summer here in Moscow. It usually closes in the end of September, marking the end of summer outdoor season. We finally found a place to eat. It's been a long and tiring day. I hope you've learned something from what I've shared. It's really important to know first about the place before deciding to move. Living in Moscow can be expensive, but proper budgeting is the key to have a comfortable life. One advice that I can share to foreigners planning to move here to learn the Russian language in advance. Knowing the language opens up many opportunities. And that's all for today's guys. Thank you so much to those people who watch and subscribe to our channel. We deeply value your feedback and we are eager to continue creating content for you. We will do our utmost to make more videos about Moscow or Russia. If you have some questions or suggestions, you can also comment down below. Thank you so much guys, and bye for now. See you on the next Moscow adventure. Bye-bye!